You wanted to build this into a consistent winner, this franchise. You're facing some adversity. It may not be happening right now. How are you kind of like handling that, processing that emotionally?
Because the truth of the matter is, Scott, I can only control what I can. And as long as things that we want to be going in the right direction seem to be doing that, that's a positive. What happens from beyond today, what happens from beyond the end of the season, that's not in my control. So everything I'm going to do is just focusing on today. I mean, the now and present, that's the only thing I have. And that's what I'll do. I'm trying to get that across to the players as well. I can't focus on what I can't control. I can only control what's going on right now with this football team this day.
Ron Rivera, coach of the Washington Commanders for now. And look, he's a big boy. He gets it. He knows how it works. He was the coach of the Panthers when David Tepper bought the team. He understands when there's a new owner, there will be changes unless the team performs so well that the owner really can't make a change. And it was a simple mandate, I think, for Ron Rivera. Make the playoffs and save your job. And they had an opportunity on Sunday, Chris, if they had beaten the Giants with the Seahawks losing and the Vikings losing. You beat the Giants and Tommy DeVito at home, you're right in the thick of things for the playoff picture, for the 7th seed in the NFC. And they looked horrible in that game. Horrible. Even though they mustered 9 sacks at Tommy DeVito, they just were a team that really has not looked good lately. And I know they haven't given up. They're still fighting. They're still trying. But we know where this is going. We know how this is going to end. It's going to end with Josh Harris getting rid of Jason Wright, the team president, getting rid of Martin Mayhew, the team GM, and getting rid of Ron Rivera and starting over again. The only question, Chris, is whether Rivera makes it to the end of the year. I think there's a good chance he doesn't make it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It does seem like writing's on the wall. Mike, I know I said this to you during the break, but there's a big piece of me that feels like he would have been fired yesterday if they weren't playing on Thanksgiving. I really feel like that. After that loss, right? The Giants team who's been playing pitiful, to lose that way to them. Second time this year they lose to the Giants, right? There's some ugly losses on their schedule. I know they've had some solid wins and chance to beat the Eagles and came up short, and that was impressive and all that. But then, you talk about, they lost to the Giants twice and games that, they kind of outplayed them and they found ways to mess it up. That goes on the coaching, right? The Bears on Thursday night get blown out at home. There's just been issues that way. You're a defensive head coach, and you and Jack Del Rio have a horrible defense, and you got good talent. And they've traded away, of course, the defense ends were, big pieces of the franchise. So, I don't expect this to end well for Washington. And, I think Ron Rivera and company on their last leg here down the stretch of the NFL season.
And if they get embarrassed in that big spot that delivers a huge audience, the middle game on Thanksgiving, and, for a while they were putting great games there. You don't need to put great games there, and it's still going to deliver 35, 40 million viewers. If they get embarrassed, Chris, I think Friday could be the day. As I said, Black Friday could be Black Monday for Ron Rivera. He could be done the day after that game if they get embarrassed by Dallas.
I don't disagree with that. I could see that. And then they just start the process. Hey, we're about to be into December. Now word's out. Hey, this
Let's
job's open.
Let's
look at everybody. Yeah, they'll start to reevaluate it all. So we'll see where it goes. But it's the writing seems on the wall, like it's on the wall there for the Washington Commanders. It's been a troubling year, and really I kind of thought it was all over, as I said at the time. When they traded Montez Sweat and Chase Young, I think that was really the first, flare into the air. Go, trouble for Ron Rivera, trouble, we're selling, we're getting rid of, cornerstone pieces of the franchise, which means we don't care about you either, and it just feels like it's headed that way in Washington.
Yeah, continuing the Rocky theme today, that was the throw the damn towel moment by the organization when they traded both of those guys a few weeks back. So we're doing this scale of 1 to 10 hot seat. I think we both agree it's 10 right now for Ron Rivera. It almost gets to the point where it cools down because it's inevitable. It's no longer hot. We just know it's a matter of time. How about Brandon Staley? How grave is his danger?
I mean, it's hot. I don't know. I'm not going to say it's as hot as Ron Rivera's, but it's not far off. You know, it's if Ron's a 10, Brandon Staley's a 9. I think some of the same things that we talked about with Washington, they hold true with the Chargers, right? I mean, finding ways to lose football games, right? More talent or better talent than what they show on the field. You're a defensive head coach, and the defense is embarrassing. I mean, embarrassing. Jordan Love and company looked like they were Dan Fouts and the Chargers moving the ball in that Chargers defense the other day. And they haven't done that to anybody. They were running and throwing the ball at will, giving the reverse to Jaden Reed. Nobody even touches him as he runs up the sideline. I mean, it's just that. It's mistakes. It's mismanagement of moments. It's just a bad look. You know, so because they're 4-6.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout.
What?
I was going to throw to break. But I can't. We're talking about guys getting fired. The Steelers have announced that Matt Canada, offensive coordinator, has been fired.
Wow.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.